Hey guys, hope everybody's doing good. I wanted to update you. I am 13 weeks this week, actually almost 14 weeks in like 2 days, so it's a late update. But I had a lot of stuff going on in the beginning of the week, so I kind of wanted to let you know what was going on, and also this might be beneficial to people who might be having a hard time or maybe experiencing some of the stuff I dealt with earlier this week. So, first things first. I'm feeling better now. My nausea is kind of tapering off. It's still, touch and go. I had a really bad heartburn this week, like really, really, really bad. And I called my doctor about it. And on um, my medication list, there's like a bunch of stuff for heartburn. But I was like calling them like, what works the best, what works the fastest, and they're having me take Prilosec for 14 days, and hopefully that'll cool it down. I'm on day 2, and it feels a lot better. I'm able to eat things, because earlier this week I was either nauseous or heartburn or the same thing, like back and forth. So at one point I was like throwing up acid, like, and it just burned. It was the worst. So that's that. But I'm feeling a lot better. I've been getting down meals. The other day I had my first real pregnancy craving, which was kind of fun. Really random something. Like, I never craved this ever, but it was something I really wanted. I was craving a baked potato. Like a really big baked potato with butter and sour cream and like chives and all the stuff that comes on like a loaded baked potato. And I know they sell those at Wendy's, but I've been trying to stay away from fast food just because it's kind of like a gateway drug for me. Once I roll into the driveway, if I was going for a baked potato, I'm going to get fries, I'm going to get a chicken sandwich, it's going to get crazy. So I got Outback Steakhouse takeaway, and I got a baked potato and a grilled chicken, like grilled barbecue chicken on the side, and I kept that down last night. It was so good. And then this afternoon, I went to Olive Garden with my bosses for lunch, and they took me out to lunch, and I was able to keep down chicken parmesan and potatoes, so that was really nice. And I even had soup at Toscana. I didn't have too many breadsticks. My teeth have been kind of acting up. I think I need to visit the dentist. I think the hormones are starting, like problems that were already existing are starting to flare up, and so I might need to get my wisdom teeth out or something like that. They kind of hurt, but they're not to the point where they're breaking, so yeah, it seems okay. So off topic, I wanted to go back to what I was going to talk about. Sunday night. So Sunday night was the day I turned 13 weeks, and on Sunday night, like, the whole day was fine. Nothing eventful happened. I was pretty relaxed. I laid around a lot, and on Sunday night I went to bed. I went to lay down with my dog around 10:30. And I just felt like maybe I was having some discharge down there. And so I went to the bathroom just to check things out. And there was blood, like, everywhere. Just explosion of blood. And I freaked out. I was on the toilet. I looked in the toilet, and there was a lot of blood. It wasn't a little spotting. It was a lot. And I looked inside there and just kind of like to see what I could see, to see if it was a miscarriage. And I saw like blood clots that looked a lot like my last miscarriage. And I lost it. Like, I was just hysterical, just inconsolable. It was super late, so there was no way I can get to my doctor. And if it was a miscarriage, things would keep going anyways. The doctor can't do anything to stop a miscarriage. So I was really upset. I had my husband go get pads so I can see how many pads I would be soaking if I was soaking any. Because if you soak a pad, then you need to get down to the ER if you soak more than a couple. So I was checking that out. Couldn't sleep like all night on Sunday night. I tried to lay down around 12, and I kept checking every hour until probably about 5 in the morning. To see if I was still bleeding or if it was just as heavy. And it started tapering off, and then around like 2:30, then at 3:30 it picked back up. Like, it was just off and on, lots of blood. Freaked me out. I called the doctor's office in the morning. I asked them to get me in as soon as possible. They could only get me in at 11, which was like, I had already been waiting. At that point, it was like 12 hours since it happened, so it was a long wait. And they hooked me up to the sonogram. I fully intended to not see a baby there. I was just preparing myself mentally that this was a miscarriage, and it was a little bit late in the game because 13 weeks is late. And lo and behold, my baby is there and fine and moving around and acting all crazy, like moving all over the scan. Heartbeat was good, measuring fine, baby was fine. I asked the doctor, why was I bleeding? That was a lot of blood. I'm kind of concerned, like where did that come from? He looked on the ultrasound and it was coming from my cervix. My cervix isn't open, it's closed, but there's some blood there, like a pool of blood. He measured it, and he said that during the next ultrasound he'll check it out again, and if it has grown, if the pool of blood has grown, then we should be concerned and we need to look and see if it's, something weird, like pulling there. But what he should see is either the same amount of blood there next time or less. So that was crazy. But I did get to see my baby again, and it gave me a picture. So I got another picture of my little bean, and getting bigger and bigger. Yeah, he or she was measuring just fine, and exactly where they were, like, as far as the last time we saw him. The right amount of days have passed for where he or she should be. I keep saying he. I think I am having a boy. But yeah, the baby was fine, and everything was fine. As soon as the doctor left the room, I burst into tears, so relieved, like super relieved. My husband came with me. He took the day off of work. I took the day off of work, and we both just went in, and we were so prepared for that miscarriage and that news. And when we saw that baby, it was just, I can't even tell you like how good that felt. I thought for sure we had lost the baby, so I'm really, really happy that we didn't. Things have just been so much better with him and I. I felt a real disconnect the last few weeks with him. I just felt like I was being moody. He was being kind of tired of my moodiness. He was trying to take space away from me, and I was really being needy, and I needed space closer to him. And I just felt like he wasn't invested in everything, and that he wasn't taking it seriously. He wasn't reading the baby books. He wasn't being the dad I thought he would be. And last pregnancy, he was so into it from the get-go. So this pregnancy was really different. But after that happened, I noticed a huge shift in him, and he's been a lot more receptive to my needs, to the baby. He's just been a lot more there for me, and I think there's something about a crisis like that where it brings you together. Like, he had really thought he had lost the baby, and it wasn't lost, and I think that scared him, and it like kind of spoke to his heart and made him pull back in. So I'm getting really teary-eyed just thinking about it. But yeah, I guess that needed to happen. I don't think that I would wish that upon myself or anybody else again, but it worked out for us where, I guess that's what he needed. That's like the push that he needed to get it together. And things have been good. Things have been real good. My energy is starting to pick up. I mentioned that in my last video. I'm still a little tired, still a little, under the weather. But I did dishes. I did the dishes for the first time in like a month. George has had dishes duty like since this whole pregnancy started, pretty much. I've been just out for the count, super tired. I cleaned the house a little bit. I did some dusting this week. I've just been starting to kind of rise from the pregnancy ashes, so to speak, and start getting back to normal. And I'm starting to feel like myself again, which is really nice. I hear the second trimester is supposed to be really fun and energetic and a lot different than the first. So we'll see, how it goes. But I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that I'll start feeling less crappy and more delighted. And I'll start getting glow instead of acne. So we shall see. As far as my bump goes, I feel like I was plus size before, and I'm wearing pajamas, so I'm not standing up. But I will post one on my blog if you guys go to it. But I was plus size before. I feel like I haven't really gotten a bump yet, but what's happening is my current body is going into a round shape. Like my stomach is starting to round out. My boobs are getting bigger. Like, things are moving around and shifting. I did gain a little bit of weight in the last 3 months since I found out I was pregnant, I've gained 9 pounds, which isn't too bad. They say to gain 3 to 5 for normal weight, so I should probably not have gained anything because I'm overweight, but shit happens. And the first trimester kicked my ass, and all I could eat was greasy foods, and now greasy foods are kind of making me really just nauseous, and I've been trying to eat well-balanced meals. I've been adding salads, yogurts, you know. A typical day in my life pretty much consists of oatmeal for breakfast, usually some crackers in the midday. I'll have like a sandwich for lunch, like peanut butter and jelly maybe, or avocado with turkey, and then I'll have whatever I want for dinner, usually something like the potatoes and the chicken, or for example today I'm having a tamale for dinner because tamale lady came by work. So yeah, it's been a lot more rounded out, whereas before it was like McDonald's in the morning, hash browns, like 5 gallons of orange juice, a cup of mashed potato, instant stuff, Captain Crunch. Like it was like constant eating, but the stuff I was eating was disgusting. And so yeah, that's been changing. I'm really hoping this next trimester I can start getting back into the thick of things with like the Weight Watchers diet I was doing and start eating more well-balanced meals. I'm going to pick up a cooking book for pregnancy and check out some recipes online. If you guys have any, shoot them my way because I would really like those, especially if you have any smoothie recipes because it's starting to get really hot over here. And yeah. Also, before I go, I wanted to mention I've been going on a huge maternity like shopping spree at my thrift stores. At people have been giving me hand-me-downs. I've shopped clearance sales at Motherhood and Old Navy and things like that. So I want to do a haul video probably on this channel soon. I don't know when soon's going to be, but maybe in the next few weeks, and show off some of those outfits and kind of let you know where I'm getting things, so that way if you're pregnant and you're looking for something to wear, I can at least show you what I'm wearing right now. And I have them kind of, certain ones I'm reserving for later on, you know, when my bump gets really big, but there's a lot of stuff right now that's flowy, that's perfect for first trimester because it just hovers over everything and you're not, you know, looking bloated and big. So yeah, I will post that later, and I look forward to the feedback from the recipes if you guys have it. All right, thanks. Bye.